or not. Okay, we'll talk about that more when we look at verbs. All right. With nouns and verbs, we talk about the ideas. But then we also need to describe the ideas. So, for description, we need words like adjectives. How do you say adjective? Like big or small, or colors, red or green. 它是中文是什么字？系动字, okay. All right, and sometimes also adverbs. Okay. But we also have another group of words that lets our words go together. Okay? And this is the more difficult one. These are called function words. And we'll talk about those more afterwards. When we say, for example, the bottle, the 这边 the 有意思，可是没有很大的很特别的意思 ，OK？ 还有prepositions. We are in the room. The bottle is on the table. In, on, words like that. They also have a function, okay? So, let's start by talking about the content. So we'll start with nouns. 动词我们要开始. So, looking at the pictures, come up with as many nouns as you can. Okay? So, we'll try to make two groups. Countable nouns and uncountable. So, looking at the picture, what are all the things or people or what are all the nouns that you can see, that we can use? So, looking at your picture, what are some things that you can talk about? 名词. Good. Nouns.
The pretty boy.
Okay. Boy, we have. So boy, is that something we can count or not count? We can count that, right? So boy, I have girl, good. Okay. What else? Child, okay. Good. So far these are all kinds of people. What else?
画展.
Father, yeah. Okay. We'll put it down here as men. Okay. What else? Tell me, are all of the people naked? 他们有没有穿衣服？衣服是东西，对，所以 clothes, okay. So we have clothes. Pants, good. All right, good. We probably can't see it in the picture. We'll start with what we can see in the picture. Hats, okay, good. All right, shoes, good. Now, from what we're looking at, we really don't see a lot of these words, right? So, it's something to pay attention to. when we're talking about physical things that we can see and describe, most of the time, those words we can count. That means we have to be careful about this S. Okay? All right, so we have lots of words. Can we come up with a couple more? We have pants. What else do our people wear? What's this? T-shirt, okay. We can say T-shirt. We can also just say shirt. Okay? All right. Then how about verbs? Things that they are doing, actions. Yeah. Fine, good. Now, again, we have to deal with this question. We have two groups of verbs. One where we can say you do something or you do, okay? It's like hear. I hear music or I listen to music, okay? So climb. Climb in this case can be either way. You can say she climbs it's stairs. Yeah, she climbs the stairs. We can put that in here as well. We can also just say she climbs. She is climbing, right? Okay. What other actions can you see?
Walk.
Walk, good. Now what about walk? Can walk have an object? Can we say she walks something? Can we do that?
Run.
You can run, but can you walk something? You can walk on the road, you can walk to school, but walk something really we don't use, right? So walk. And this is where the words can be really a big problem, because if you look carefully, and you'll have to look carefully, then you'll see, well, actually, there are some things you can walk. For example, you can walk a dog. But this is what usually happens. Walk your dog means you take your dog for a walk, right? So it's like when we say water. A water means a bottle of water, a cup of water, right? So almost all of the time, words from this group can also be put here, but the meaning usually changes, okay? Okay, so what other actions do we have? What else can we see them doing? Standing, okay, good. Now this is a good one. Can we stand something? And can we sit something? Can you stand something? Or can we sit something? Can we say that? Most of the time, no. You stand, right? You don't stand something. You sit. You don't sit something. You can sit somewhere. You can sit on a chair, right? But you cannot sit a chair, okay? All right. Do we have any other actions? Smile? Smile, okay. All right, there's another good one. Smiling. Can you smile something? No. So, you can smile at somebody. You cannot smile somebody, okay? You can smell somebody. You can smell, but that's different. Okay. Okay. All right. Now then, how about some of these words? Some words that we can use to talk about these. So, if we're talking about the people, the boy, the girl, what are some adjectives? Young. Very good. Okay. We have young. What else?
Very young.
Very young. Okay, very is going to end up being one of these words because in this case it describes one of those, okay? But that's a good one. Okay, what else do we have? Cute, good, okay. Young, cute, what else?
Pretty.
Pretty, good.
Handsome.
Handsome, very good. Power, good example, but power, is that one of these words? This is where we start to have trouble. Power. What kind of word is it? Okay? Now this is why you need to use these, right? When you look up a word, most people just go straight for the meaning, but there's a lot more. You have to look at this part here, because that's where English and Chinese, again, can be very different. In Chinese, you can have different forms for the same word, but it's actually the same word. I mean, it looks the same, it sounds the same, right? And part of the reason for that, like, 快乐, right? 快乐. What kind of word is that? Happy, right? But when you put it in a sentence like 我快乐, then what is it? I am happy. It changes, right? 快乐 can just be happy, but it can also be happy. So in Chinese, your pattern is you can have an idea, you have the word, it has the right meaning. So you put it there, and then it will just change form. You can use it. Not all the time, but a lot of the time, that's where the problems come in English. You just want to use this word, it has the right meaning, so you put it there, but in English, it doesn't change on its own. Okay, so in Chinese, this will change on its own. 我是快乐, right? 一个快乐的女生, something like that. You can use it as an adjective, but then when you just say 我快乐, then it changes on its own. It's like magic, right? This word magically becomes a verb. But in English, you need to do the work. We have a word. This is a noun. We want it to be an adjective. So we need to change it. What can we do? How do we make power, it's a noun, how do we make that an adjective? Yeah. Powerful. Powerful. Full of power, right? You know, full, right? So, full of power, powerful. So we can do the same thing that you do in Chinese. But in Chinese, the words do the work. They change on their own. In English, you need to do it. So, powerful. That works. And to be honest, I would say about 80% of the problems people have with English words coming from Chinese. That's about 80% of the problems right here. Because in Chinese, the words do it for you, but in English, you have to change them. Okay, good. Do we have a couple more?
Happy.
Happy. Good. We have happy. Okay. Now, all of our adjectives are describing the